Put it in perspective.
What up? What up? Fabian PerspecTV, live and direct. Flight from Santo Domingo to Nueva York. SDQ to JFK. What's going on, y'all? Mets, Fabian PerspecTV, baby. We just won after shellacking the Dodgers 7-2. Holy cannoli, guacamole. This was an amazing win. The story of the day is going to be Javy Báez, Jesus Louises. See here, he was 2 of 4, 2 runs, 1 RBI. The important thing is here, my man Javy, boy, oh boy, he came through. And it wasn't just him coming into the game. He smacked a rocket, a double in the first inning and drove in Nimmo. Nimmo, who was a triple shy of the cycle, just energized. Javy Báez brought the swagger in Los Angeles. It was a good win. It feels good. It feels great, mother lover. Javy Báez, we were missing something. You got a guy in the middle of the lineup now, Javy Báez. Come on, man. What are we talking about right now? He's on the bottom of the order guy. Talking about top of, we prefer him in the middle of the order. Won't take pitches like Lindor and some of the more disciplined batters in the league. But you can't deny the energy he brings. He brought a swagger to them today that was undeniable. It was needed, especially right now towards the end of this season run. With the Braves playing the way they did. I think the Phillies won today as well. Yeah. Braves 68 and 56. Mets 7 games behind at 61 and 63. Phillies are 63 and 61. I mean, we got a weak division. So I'll get into that in a little bit. But I'm pretty sure everybody's going crazy now. I mean, we've been experiencing some Mets fans going nuts on social media, bro. Twitter is one thing. But Mets Facebook, 7 Line Army Facebook, yo, the way we go at each other, it's like somebody wore a Philadelphia Phillies hat at Citi Field, or really Shea Stadium back in the day. So I think everything is a lot more. What's the word? It's a lot more PC. Even though I just saw a clip of a Pittsburgh Steelers game. Yo, y'all women gotta chill, man. What is going on with y'all? First, it was at the Raiders game. The girl threw a cup of soda. Starting at the Chargers game last week. Starting some true friendly fire. Some poor guy got his ass whooped in the stands. And then yesterday in the Pittsburgh game, this girl starts talking some shinola to the dude in front of him. The dude in front of her tells her husband to shut up and sit down, basically. I don't know why he didn't pull it down. Whoever that guy was. Poor dude, man. This girl ends up putting her hands on the guy. And he goes to act like he hits her. But then now the guy got to get up, get in the way. And he took a midsummer Mets ass whooping just now. Jesus Louises. But digitally speaking, that's what the 7 Line Army's been doing to each other. We've been going at it. I don't even know why. I mean, I get it. Obviously, it's hard going through a situation like this where we go from first place and now it's more or less it's a long shot to get back, but we went from being up 5 or 6 games. It was still competitive. It wasn't like the Braves were out of it. It wasn't like the Braves were out of it. It was still competitive. But now we're 7 games out and the Mets fans are going crazy. But the thing to me is that's interesting. It's, bro, we're missing Lindor. What are we talking about right now? Look what happened with Javy Báez. He's missing in the middle of the lineup. And look what happens today. 7-2. Gutsy call by the coach, by the way. Luis Rojas, who's speaking right now. Gutsy call. Bases loaded, bottom of the top of the 5th. No, top of the 6th, actually. Leaves Marcus Stroman in there after they intentionally walked the catcher. I don't know how to pronounce his name. And that left Stroman to go at bat with 2 outs and the bases loaded. So, you're taking a chance there. You basically sacrificed the inning and potential runs we had Conforto on the bench who's been getting hot lately. And Stroman pitches lights out 2 more innings, the 6th and the 7th. And they had to be the top of the 5th because Familia was in there in the 7th. He's more of a setup guy, man. I don't want to see that dude closing. He gives me a heart attack. He has Benitez. I don't even want to compare him to Benitez anymore because Benitez was crazy. He was a nutcase. But listen, we're missing Jake DeGrom, and we were missing Lindor. Jake DeGrom, the best pitcher in baseball. Are you kidding me? That he's an ace. More importantly, he's the best pitcher on your team. So he can't stop the bleeding, and he can't give you a jolt, an even bigger jolt, and make you seem more unstoppable when you are great, right? You're missing that. He can't do that, and that's a player that's coming in every 5 games, every 5 days or so. Lindor is an everyday player, top of the lineup guy, and we're not talking about some guy who's, I'll get into that in a second, whose stats are just like, they're not bad. I mean, he played bad at the beginning of the year. He didn't play well. And he was starting to come on his own. And he copped to that. He did cop to that. He was saying he wasn't hitting well, right? You can criticize him for his hitting, but not his base running and not his fielding. You have to commend the person for being authentic. I was stressing that before when I was talking to B about the NBA, when you have the Russell Westbrooks of the world. Say what you want about him, whether you like him or not. He doesn't seem like he's faking anything. And Lindor, he went ahead and he spoke to the media after a couple of days after the Steve Cohen comments, which was talked about, which was like a part of the 7-line army friendly fire, where everybody's like, what does he think he is? He thinks he's Steinbrenner. It's like, no, he's Steve Cohen. He's Steve Cohen. This guy is a hybrid Steinbrenner, Elon Musk, and Sheldon from Big Bang Theory. That's who Steve Cohen is, bro. That's who he is. It's hard to understand. It's hard to understand. Let me bring this up for you. It's hard to understand how professional hitters can be this unproductive. The best teams have a more disciplined approach. The slugging and OPS numbers don't lie. You had a problem with that? We were all saying the same thing. These people were not even looking, but Pete Alonso looked horrible against Kenley Jensen. Kenley Jensen, Saturday night, last night, and last Friday at Citi Field, he made Pete Alonso look like AAA. He added 2 more A's to Alonso. Jesus Christ. High fastballs. And then the rest of the team was doing the same thing. They weren't picking it up. I mean, they were missing and swinging and missing it on fastballs, high fastballs. These are like, I thought these were, pitches that you are looking forward to smack to the next stadium, into the parking lot. So I think Steve Cohen had every right to speak the way that he did. He's the owner, first of all. What are you going to do about it? What the hell are you going to do about it? Who's going to do anything about that? What are you talking about? Steve Cohen comes from Wall Street, bro. This man is from Wall Street. He's a Wall Street gangster. He's not playing any games. It's not surprising that the first thing he talks about, or he's focusing on in the tweet, in his message, the best teams have a more disciplined approach. The slugging and OPS numbers don't lie. He sounds like the gangster geek that he is from Wall Street. He reads the numbers and he tells you exactly, this is Moneyball. We're living in the Moneyball era, and we have the perfect owner. Who else would you want in this case? Who else would you want in this case? I love this. Are you kidding me? I love this. So Lindor responds to that. And I loved it. I love Lindor's response. Just beyond honest. Beyond honest. Right? Let me see if I can get this real quick. Here we go. Defense, they can't talk to me. Base running, they can't talk to me either. But offensively, yeah, criticize me. Say whatever. You're right. You're all right. I'm with them. I haven't performed. Are you serious? Are you serious? We got a star on our hands. I love Lindor. Get out of here, Siri. What are you doing? Listen, man. You talk about Big Brother. They're all listening to us. I promote the vaccine. How dare you guys? And I have all this. They already gave us the virus, guys. Go get the vaccine. As they watch us. I never called upon the Apple assistant who listens to me and just decided to jump into my conversation right now. How dare you, Siri? So I'm with Steve Cohen, man. I'm with him because he's with us. He doesn't sound like a dumb fan. He sounds like he's focused on the right things, man. He just does. Oh, I'm sorry about that. He just does. Add to that, just to finish my point from earlier, we lost DeGrom, we lost Lindor, and even his replacement. We lost Javy Báez like 5 games in. We couldn't. We have to manage our expectations. Today, you see a big reason why. What another bat does in the lineup. You have to understand that. It puts everyone back in place. I mean, with Pete Alonso up, he's going to try to see certain pitches. And once Lindor gets back, that does everything for your lineup. Nimmo is batting better now also. Today he had a monster game. I think he was 4-4. A monster game. Just incredible. Nimmo was, 2 of 3. 2 walks. That's why I thought he was 2 of 2. 2 walks, 2 runs, 2 hits. He just had a monster game. And once Lindor comes back, now they can communicate with Alonso and Báez. That's all that really. I mean, it's a lot of strategy in baseball. You have so much time to sit around. All these guys do is they used to chew tobacco all day, and who knows what kind of games they played on the bench. So, but they have to communicate, and especially now in the Moneyball era, you're missing these pieces. You have to manage your expectations, and you can't expect the Mets. You couldn't have not expected that. That's really my point. Like, I wasn't that hurt by this run. I mean, when you're missing guys like that, Báez went down after we traded for him. Come on now, guys. Calm your nerves. 7-line army. Enough with the friendly fire, guys. Enough. Calm down. Yeah, speaking of losing, the Braves ain't. They haven't been losing in quite some time. They've been whooping ass. And they've done the complete opposite of what we have. Were they better prepared? I'm not sure if they were better prepared. I was thinking about that, and I was reading this article. How the Braves survived the Ronald Acuna Jr. injury. It's the talkingshop.com, an SB Nation article. It was a pretty good read. It was a bit biased because our division is horrible. It's mediocre. It's mediocre at best. That's really what it boils down to. It's really just mediocre. But the Braves, like I said about the Bucks in the NBA, they ate whatever was on their plate. They ate it, and the Braves are playing amazing. It's not just the general manager Alex Antopoulos, sounds like a Greek god, the great Alexander Antopoulos. He did well. He brought back Adam Duvall, so he re-upped his outfield with Jorge Soler, Adam Duvall. They got Richie Rodriguez from Pittsburgh, and they also lost Marcel Osuna with domestic violence charge. That's crazy. He immediately traded for Jock Peterson, and that's amazing as well. But that doesn't guarantee victories. It doesn't. They played beyond up to par. Give the general manager his shout out. They're doing their thing. I just feel as if we have to also factor in that Braves general manager, how long has he been in there? Braves general manager in his third season with the Braves. That has to factor in as well. We just lost, was it Jared Porter? He was GMing for 2 months. So they found some some inappropriate Me Too text messages from this dude. Jared Porter. What's wrong with you guys? These guys act like they don't want to be millionaires, man. I don't know. Anyway, Jared Porter got fired after 2 months in the hot seat. Steve Cohen hasn't even made a year as an owner. So you get rid of Jared Porter, you got to believe that there is going to be, you have instability from the top to the bottom now. Steve Cohen is a first-year owner. The general manager switched up. The star player you just signed for 10 years, $300 million. He gets hurt. His replacement gets hurt. There's a lot of instability and a lot of flaws to make up for. So I ain't mad. I'm holding on to I'm managing my expectations, baby. That's what we're supposed to do. That's what we're supposed to do. We are. Get it together, guys. Get it together. I mean, what is winning? What is success for a National League East team? I'm not sure if we can, the Giants and the Dodgers. The Giants are the class of the league right now. The Dodgers are good, but I'm not scared of them. I'm not scared of them. We were in every game. I think so. We're the lowest we've ever been. We showed out. Oh, we didn't show out. That was, oh my God. Anyway, we did okay competitive against a team almost at full strength. Do we got to do better at having a better rotation of having other players to provide better energy while our guys possibly get hurt? Yeah, you best believe it. I mean, you can't expect to get another superstar to fill in for a Lindor or a Báez if they go down, or even Alonso. If he gets hurt, which again is possible, what do you do in that sense? You can't revert to a base running kind of team, disciplined kind of team with Alonso missing like that. You can't just do that with the type of players we had who couldn't hit a high speed fastball, high splitters and all that. This doesn't make any sense. And so, props to the Braves. You did all right for yourself. Speaking of managing expectations, I also wanted to get into the Mets farm system. I think it's an interesting topic. Um, as of July 17th, Bleacher Report article, they reported that Baseball America had the Mets ranked 7th in the league. Their farm system ranked 7th back then. But remember, the team didn't sign Kumar Rocker, who ranked 3rd in the farm system, I think in their farm system. They didn't sign him. Scott Boras always makes things interesting. And you have an owner who probably said, look, they're giving us a number 11 pick next year. We'll take the chance on him not being on Kumar not being Nolan Ryan. Now they get the number 11th pick automatically for not signing Kumar Rocker. So that's 2 first-round draft picks for next year. And, of course, the Mets gave up Pete Crow Armstrong in the Báez deal. So how does that affect the Mets in the future? I think now that was Bleacher Report's top 10. They had the Devil Rays. Bleacher Report top 10 MLB farm systems as of July 17th. You see here is Tampa Bay Devil Rays, Seattle Mariners number 2, Toronto Blue Jays number 3, Miami Marlins 4, Pittsburgh Pirates 5, Diamondbacks 6, Mets were 7th, Padres 8th, San Francisco Giants 9th, and Baltimore Orioles 10th. There's an update to this here. See, August 17th, the Seattle Times report that Baseball America had the Seattle Mariners number 1. So they jumped from 2 to 1. And I saw another report that had Baltimore at number 2. This was at post deadline. So, Baseball America, they're I would have found out, and I might do it in the future, but Baseball America is everyone leans on them for their farm system rankings, apparently. But I wasn't paying $80, $90 right now to find that out. Baseball America, grow up. But the Mets might be in the middle of they might have dropped to the second 2/3 of the second third in the league of farm systems. Even though I saw another article here. Let me see real quick. What? Oh, man. No, I didn't have it. Sorry. It's another article having the Mets at the bottom third of the league as an organization, according to Baseball America, just as a whole, the organization as a whole, and the Yankees at 19th. Baseball America, they don't love New York. And this article has Fransisco is the Elite Sports New York. They had Fransisco Alvarez, a catcher for the Mets, at number 15 as a prospect. That's the article I did see an update that Fransisco Alvarez, he's actually the number 10. He moved up to number 10. And yeah, so I think, that's something that's not spoken about either. With a farm system like that, they can add to that as well. But I'll probably get into this weekend a little more in depth into who we should sign, the free agents, what we're missing. Báez, Syndergaard, they should take a chance on both, I think, especially if it doesn't cost them too much. I don't think Syndergaard would have cost them that much. Maybe there's a chance if he hits the free agency market that people will have, offer him way more money so that he can stay. Also, they can take a chance on his arm if they do that. From what I read, Syndergaard will be coming out of the bullpen, which is it's not bad. Couple innings. He was recently throwing some batting practice to my boy Lindor, who I love, by the way. I just love that he's that he confronts the truth. You know, we don't all have to be confrontational and aggressive. You know, he was confrontational and smooth about it and very honest. Thinking about which jersey I'm gonna get from the Mets. I think Lindor's. I'm a fan of his. I love Alonso. Just he's a power hitter. He's a throwback power hitter. But Lindor, I'm a fan of just someone who's honest like that, and he's not scared to admit it. He might have a different relationship with the owner. Now being worth with them giving him $300 million. I would suggest the smartest thing to do is to sit down with a guy like that. He'll tell me where to spend his money at. We're in New York for half the year. Let me know what kind of Roth IRA should I open up, or should I call Peter Thiel? Do you have Peter Thiel's phone number so I can have a $5 billion IRA like he does? Anyway, that's the Mets. The Mets, Fabian perspective. It was great. That's what I wanted to do. It was my first one out. I've been really following them. It's been up and down this summer. It's been fun, man. I don't think this is the same old Mets. Stop comparing Steve Cohen to Fred Wilpon. You can't do that. These guys were they lost money with what's his name, Madoff. Didn't he die or something? Stop comparing Steve Cohen to those guys. Those guys, they ain't played baseball like this. Nah, Steve Cohen came out swinging. I love it. Signing off, live and direct flight from Santo Domingo to Queens, JFK, Nueva York.
Put it in perspective.
Nos fuimos.